What's going on? So today is the day that I revealed the new car. I've had two of these before, and I finally got another one. It's taken a very long time, practically 20 years, long time. Yeah, let's take a look. And here we have it, Toyota Supra, 1984. This is, technically I'm the third owner of it. The first owner bought it in Ohio in '84 off the Toyota dealership floor, and he had it for quite a long time. I think he ended up selling it in 2001 to his best friend and drove it from Ohio to Colorado, and it stayed in Colorado up until, geez, I think he said 2006, 2007, something like that. Brought it to Kalamazoo, Michigan, and then basically had it parked since then. So it's been sitting, and unfortunately most of its life in Ohio it was sitting in the sun. So a lot of the trim, the wing there, the roof, the hood, all got sun baked. There was a whole front bra on this, the hood bra, and you can tell this is uncleaned. This is basically how I picked it up. I have not touched it yet. Don't plan on touching it until I get everything dialed in and cleaned up, because it's been sitting for so long. But needless to say, I'm very excited about this. Very excited about this car. I had one when I was 18. Then got this exact same model when I was 19. This brown with the brown interior. Kind of ugly, but very 80s. The back seats, other than being sun faded on parts, they've literally never been sat in. Front seat, very wore. Trim's coming off from getting in and out of it. Hole from cigarette, wore out where their elbows were, unfortunately. Like I said, I haven't even cleaned this up, so all this is very sun baked. Luckily the dash looks amazing for being out in the sun. Everything is just, well, dirty, so it has to be cleaned. And I definitely have to go through a lot of the motor stuff. It has an exhaust leak. Catalytic converter is probably original. Like I said, it has like 92,000 miles on this. But a whole lot of things were replaced. In fact, I'll show you some of the paperwork. The almighty paperwork. So services have been meticulously kept up on this. I mean, even from Colorado, they actually have some booklets of other cars that got sold and how much they got sold for. Mind you, some of these are fetching $30,000 right now, which is completely and utterly insane, considering my first one I got for like $700. The second one, which is the same model as this one, I got for $2,500, and this one I got for a steal compared to the other ones that are in the market. But yeah, so another folder of just services. Even the bra paperwork, which I refuse to put back on this car because it doesn't need it. But yeah, so lots of paperwork, lots of history. There was a header put on it back way long ago, so the header looks like garbage. Not sure where it came from, but it's definitely old. A lot better than the cast one that's on there, but you can see the rusting and the oxidization all the way down it, especially down there. So I would really like to either take that out, see if it could be maybe sandblasted and ceramic coated, We'll see. Depends on how thin the metal is after sandblasting it and whatnot from the rust. But yeah, a lot of things were kept up on this, luckily, other than sitting. It's got a new master cylinder, new slave cylinder, newer clutch, newer brakes. I mean, just a lot of things were taken care of. Timing belt, newer tires. Yeah, just amazing stuff. He did get the exhaust cat and back replaced with just some stock stuff a while ago, so that's not too bad of a worry. But I want to change it because it doesn't really need to be on this car, and I want to figure out that cat situation. Probably just gonna delete it because it don't need it. It's an old 80s car. Well, other than that, she's definitely clean for the age. I mean, for being an 84, it's not bad at all. Rockers are fairly straight, got some bubbling in the back, got some bubbling in the back there underneath, but honestly, she's looking good for the age, and I cannot wait to get into it. So these front suspension bits, they're actually welded on spindle style, kind of like my Q45 and like the A86 and the Cressida. So I bought some used ones because I don't want to cut these and put the coilovers on them and weld them on, because I'd like to keep some stock parts just in case I want to revert back to stock in the future. So I got some coming in. I ordered some BC coilovers. They're 5 to 6 weeks out, so I'll be waiting for a while for those. But I got some wheels and tires that are just going to kind of suffice for now until I get the set that I really want. But right here, they're 15 by 8, I believe. I can't remember the tire size. Yeah, 205, 50, 15. So a little bit of a meaty stretch. I'll be able to really kind of sink them over those wide fenders on the Celica Supra. And they're -15 offset, so little kind of rough for the front, because the front is a little bit wider on those Supras than the rear, so the rear should sit perfect. The front's going to have a little bit of poke, so I'm going to have to adjust with a little bit of camber, which won't be a problem because I really want to have a little bit of camber in the front anyway. But yeah, and these are hand-cooked tires too, so some good tires for a cheap price. So yep, now just got to wait for the coilovers to come in, and that'll be a little bit. And then I definitely want to take a look at the exhaust and a couple of other things in there, so we'll have to see when it comes time. But first and foremost is we're going to clean this pig. She's dirty, she's dusty, and I definitely want to get it up in the air and take a look at that exhaust, and probably just take the whole exhaust system off. That way I can kind of go through it how I want to. In fact, we're gonna pop open the hatch. Like I said, it's fairly clean. Gave me a bunch of old box and of parts and random stuff. Got all the bra stuff. Got the under tray that needs to go back on. A plethora of accessory belts and stuff like that for this car. And then an actual old school repair manual, which will probably come in handy. I mean, I've worked on a bunch of these, and I've obviously had two, so I don't really need a manual, but nice to have. So dusty. Whew. Very dusty. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. Usually these disappear after a number of years. The only thing that sucks about this one is she's faded. She's definitely faded. It's not terrible for the age, but kind of wish it didn't sit in the sun in Ohio for as long as it did. But I'm glad to see it made a trip from Ohio to Colorado, then back to Michigan and Kalamazoo, and then just sat for a while. I think the sitting probably didn't do it any good. But yeah, So that's the new project. I'm excited. All right, pulled her back in. I'm gonna start cleaning it probably this weekend. Vacuuming, getting all the dust off of it. Start looking at all the little things, and here we have Supra and a Supra. Supra and a Supra. A Supra that won't get finished, and a Supra that probably won't get finished either. We're gonna need more. I already have my eyes on a Mark I Supra. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to get it, do some Supra content across the board. Won't ever get an MK4 ever, especially an A90. Never happening. I'll just stick with the old ones because poor. But yeah, keep an eye out. Definitely gonna put more videos of this here soon. Of course, after I clean it up and get the suspension, I'll do suspension video. Probably gonna look onto Technotoy website and probably get some more suspension goodies for this thing after hopefully when the coilers come in. But like I said, they're kind of like 5 to 6 weeks out because they don't really stock them on the shelf. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'm hoping they come in soon because that'd be really great to get started on it. I've already got the old suspension, the used suspension coming in because like I said, I don't want to cut these ones and weld them to the BC coilover. So I'll just buy a used set, which took me forever to get. So yep, gonna get them in, make some more videos, and then hopefully take her for a cruise. See you guys later.